找你杀呀，找你干。
但是他们没发现没转。
这个位置又是啊，卡布斯逃掉，但是自己的其他的人全部都阵亡。
对的。
1换4。
感觉好像就是船长过来吸收了这个本来这个幽鬼的火力。
是。
这波就是也不紧啊。
然后肯定飞龙。
直接秒掉。
SK 往往都是被发条
勾中的。
是在这个地方 SK 我记得他就逃生掉了。
他活下来了。
他一下去之后
TP 了。
TP 并且这个时候他的队友过来支援了，没有办法追他了。
就 RS 这边的队友在打另外一边，这个分型也没杀掉，很伤啊。
还有那个时候发条也没有蓝了。
开船都没杀掉，他推了他自己，推出来了。
然后蝙蝠再推了他一下。对，
他就活下来了。
然后罗导刚才一个弱化能流也没有杀掉。
这个很尴尬呀，直接被拉到了一个高地。
这波是 SK 比较亮，跳4大放得好。
对的。
是穿刺到2个。
对。
还有这场比赛又是要跟牧师来抢一抢这个。
刚刚那幕你们发现没？幽鬼是被熊德单杀了。
刚才没注意到下路。
对，下路是单杀了幽鬼熊德，怪不得才破了这路的塔。
好，这个位置杀了熊德，但是你看到没有？外战队没有人来支援。其实刚才这一次的话是可以支援的。这就是基本上到了最后了。
已经完了，不打任何节奏。
已经到了比赛的末期。
3外塔1塔都未破，你觉得应该吗？
完全不应该，
是要有点反思什么？
太被动了，他们这个阵容就没有推塔能力。
你不是在打职业，不是在打 CDC 啊，可以瞎干。
已经白老板 CDC 也是干的比较上头。
不是在打职业，真的打职业的话，更多要打局势，外塔最关键。
打大局观是吧？
你外塔不拿，你怎么去让和安心发育呢？
对。
别人外塔都在，很容易 TP 支援反。
就是侵占那个视野范围。我多占一点视野，你少占一点视野。
这个位置是国土，
好尴尬呀！
哭了，国土哭了，两只倒地，要非常狠。
主要我们导播还特别坏，在这个镜头上还贴了下国土的表情。
是，我有大将 ICY 可斩国土，
可斩同胞国土是吧？黑的太厉害了，
你们太黑了。
是的，刚才这场比赛的话也是再次恭喜好2支战队，还是依靠自己的实力拿下了比赛。那么接下来双方要进行的是第2场比赛，我们稍事。对，应该还有个 MVP 我们没看呢。
对。
对吧 ？MVP 你觉得是我还有还是牧师吧？这里2个。
还有。
我觉得是牧师，你觉得呢？
让我看看我这条头。
那个风行。
我花油呀。
花油。
风行是我花油。
我投牧师。
你投牧师。好。
看一下。
我们看一下教父的目标给谁吧。来揭晓答案。还有
还有，看来教父跟我们的审美还是一样的。
他的风行玩的好溜啊！
对，他的风行真的是玩的很溜。关键他是几次3.75秒的这个双捆。
对的。
关键他是双捆，他不是单捆，是个双捆就恶心了。
他把那个非指向技能的一个控制打成了一个指向性技能的控制，还一次控2个。
稳定的3.75秒钟。
对。
当然，刚才那场比赛，我觉得牧师的表现也还是节奏带的不错，这个还有和牧师肯定在想，我们到底谁是 MVP， 谁是 MVP， 相不相信？是吧？牧师那场就说了，他说我杀了那么多人，居然不是 MVP， 我以后不杀人了，
他是用粤语跟你说的吗？
不知道，他就在我们采访的时候。
牧师天梯打多了
他就要人头是吧？牧师不会打天梯的，
开玩笑。
好，那我们稍事休息一下，马上回来将会是双方第2场的比赛。
A 组 IG 老干爹，VG 鸿福火浪 ，B 组有 DK 老干爹安替 ，Orange Astas Rattlesnake。
世界问题，世界比赛，国际国际综合好强，2强均标4强。
Game Start。
在本次的 DSL 支队中，我们依然为大家收集了上周的精彩镜头，下面让我们一起去揭晓吧。最后是个脆皮，魅惑魔女这个英雄在前期一直被认为是很脆皮的英雄，小小的她好像随时都会被人收走人头。不过眼下这位好像也太被轻视了吧。 最具戏剧性的开局，罗导的队伍一直以演技丰富著称，刚贝兽的出场已经让大家惊艳了。不过在对方拉比克的配合下，如此出场也算是更上一层楼了吧。最淡定的等待，在面临外塔尽失、视野全无的大逆风情况下，守高地似乎只能成为最后的选择。不过接下来这位告诉我们，就算身处困境，依然能够成为全场焦点。最千钧一发的逃生，在 Dota 2中，不管你是 carry 还是辅助，队友永远是你最坚实的后盾。关键时刻的救援总能让我们感动。不过，眼下这次千钧一发的传送，还真让人有点后怕啊。最奇怪的笑点，在镜头前跟粉丝打招呼，已经是职业选手的家常便饭了。不过，如果你有这么一群队友在引你发笑，这件事就好像变得不是那么容易了。
我是来自 Orange 战队的 Net， 希望我们的粉丝继续支持我们，我们会为你带来更精彩的比赛。我是来自 Orange 战队的 Net， 希望我们的粉丝继续支持我们。我是来自 Orange 战队的 Net， 希望我们的粉丝继续支持我们的战队，支持。
OK， 大家不要笑场，可以了，可以开始了，随时可以开始。1、2、3 ，Orange。
好了，以上就是本期 DSL 支队的全部内容。接下来还请继续欣赏选手们的精彩表演，让我们下期再见。
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Game 2 of Orange Esports versus Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake 0-2 in Group B, looking just to get a win on the board. They now
0-3, right?
Oh, excuse me, 0-3. Yeah, really struggling in Group B. And Orange Esports 2-0, looking to be 3-0. If they win this game, they will be tied for first place with Team DK, which sets up a fantastic finale to Group B. It would then be Orange Esports versus DK, your final match of Group B, to decide who's first place, to decide who goes straight into that round of 4. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Lumi, it's now time for Game 2. Orange Esports, they took that Game 1 off of Rattlesnake, but I felt Rattlesnake actually played pretty well in defeat, better than what they've done in past days. But end of the day, it was still a losing effort, albeit a strong and valiant losing effort. Can they put a win on the board here?
I feel that Rattlesnake actually played better than Orange Esports. It's just that one team fight and Lone Druid. If you one team fight, you get a wrecked.
They did have some questionable trades, like trying to trade fights for Lone Druid base race. Normally not a good idea.
Yeah, that's when they were kind of on the ropes, and maybe they didn't take the best decision because they were facing down so much pressure. But Rattlesnake's gonna have the first pick here, and they have a wide choice of first picks. I think Clockwork is one of their go-to heroes, but at the same time, Visage has definitely been the most effective heroes for both teams. So I expect that to be the first pick.
Seems like neither team really likes to first pick him, though. I mean, they'll take him with, like, if they have second pick, they'll take him as one of their 2, but we haven't seen too many Visage first picks. For Orange, it's often things like the Shadow Demon, the Gyrocopter. Speaking of which, Gyro is in the pool now, and Rattlesnake last game banned out 4 or 5 Mushi heroes. We saw the OD getting banned, the Gyrocopter getting banned, the Queen of Pain as well, and I think there may have been one other arguably Mushi hero. But will they try and grab it earlier this game, trying to anticipate Rattlesnake's draft strategy? We will see. One hero who was banned in the first stage last game by Rattlesnake, I believe it was by Rattlesnake, the Nyx Assassin. They will first pick him. He does slip through.
Yep. If Orange Esports picks Extinct Visage, I'm going to call it done. We could just close the curtains,
GG,
shut
go
down
next.
the stream.
Oh, man.
The series is over, and Orange is still going to sweep, because I have not seen Extinct actually lose a game with Visage yet.
Well, the only thing... The only thing worse than a Luminous prediction is an LD prediction. I think I was like 0-8 in the G1 League, the G1 League Land Finals. So, Lumi, you were actually pretty good with your predictions. So,
I was.
Until the finals. The finals, we switch roles.
Right. I mean, your predictions are 0-8 because you have Mineski and Dreams on your Eastern qualifiers.
Yeah, even my Eastern qualifiers were hard.
That was like, I don't know what the hell you were smoking when you made those predictions, but...
lots for Dreams, lots for Jules, lots for all the Pinoy teams, because they're struggling, Lumi. They really are. But we'll see a Gyrocopter, a Visage here. Your Malaysian sensations, Orange Esports, they are not...
We are donezo.
They are not struggling. They get the Mushi Gyro. I like that they've taken it early after what Rattlesnake did in Game 1. They'll make sure they snap that up now before it can be banned in that second stage phase of ban.
Is it a Mushi Gyro, though? Cause
is it? Yeah, that's true. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like... I really like the Mushi Gyro because it's a hero that he seems to understand and just play really well. Because I like Mushi when he plays a solo mid that benefits more from farm. When you put him on something like a Bat Rider, it's not that he's a bad Bat Rider player, but I just don't feel it really suits his style and his strengths.
Yeah, well...
Heroes like Gyrocopter, TA, Queen of Pain, heroes you mentioned that can snowball, but also just heroes that can benefit from farming. Mushi will set the tempo of the game, but he also likes to keep his farm up. And on Gyro, it goes a lot further than it does on Bat.
I like him a little bit more on int casters, like Queen of Pain and Puck.
Yeah.
But this particular game, if you go Queen of Pain or Puck or another int caster, Nyx Assassin could park himself mid and...
You're asking for trouble.
Yeah, you lose that lane. So it's... Maybe this particular game, Gyro solo mid is the way to go. But Lifestealer is going to be the second pick up here for Rattlesnake. I already don't like where this is going. I mean, Lifestealer is forgotten, right? Is he forgotten?
He's got some issues nowadays because...
But he's always had some issues.
Yeah, he used to have the good kind of issues,
right.
though. It's like
now he just has issues.
Yeah, he's the popular kid on the block. Everybody wanted him on their team. He was winning all the games. God still thinks he's Imba, but truthfully, this hero, every time I watch him, seems to struggle. And I don't know if that's just coincidence, teams overvaluing him, but... Open Wounds, not that good at level 1. You really need to level it up. You also need to max Rage, and so what ends up happening oftentimes is you just don't level Feast until much later. But problem is, that's a lot of your sustain down the drain. Feast is pretty good at level 1, but it scales well, and it's just an ability that generally you wanted to max in the past. So they go for Lifestealer. This now gives them the double melee tri-lane if they don't run the Nyx mid, which... I feel is very susceptible to a Gyro Visage +1 tri-lane.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin, though, deceptively plays a lot like a range hero in the tri-lane. It's actually hard to harass him because you harass him, he spikes you, you get stunned. Follow Impale, you get another stun, and then that's when Nyx is right on top of you.
That's at the later levels.
Right,
but
like level 2, 3.
Will you get there against Orange? This team loves to first blood or try for it at
I
1 minute.
imagine we're going to see a, well, no, I was going to say Windrunner tri-lane, but looks like they have figured it out. It's actually Windrunner that's doing a ton of work.
I'm actually surprised it's taken this long for Ohio's Windrunner to get a respect ban. Banning Mushi's OD, sure, Mushi plays the hero very well, has had some good performances, but nothing beats those 2 hero shackles on like clockwork, really. Just every time he throws a shackle, hits 2 heroes. As he was dying, it's like a fadeaway jumper. He's like spinning around, just pirouetting all over the place. Like,
and then he buys back.
Yeah, then he buys back, comes back, shackles some more heroes.
Right.
Just, Jesus.
I mean,
so
again,
they ban it, but I feel this is a long overdue just in general against Orange.
You talked about the shackle shot, and again, like what we talked about in the last game, it fits so well what they want to do. The supports like to roam. You park the Windrunner by themselves, and it's hard to actually kill her. We saw multiple times they were going on the Windrunner when there's 1 or 2 supports out of the lane. She just runs away.
Now, normally a Lifestealer tri-lane in the old days could totally punish that because you open wounds her, it gives your support just enough time to get in range to stun her. So even if she wind runs, she's still trapped. But now with open wounds having that short range, if she gets early boots, early phase boots, Nyx can't really zone her out. So I mean, go Sand King here.
Effectively, you could say that Rattlesnake's 4 bans right now are protecting Lifestealer. Because Lifestealer is not going to kill anything when there's 2 Disruption or Astral Imprisonment down.
Yeah.
Weaver's going to dance circles around them, and you talked about the Windrunner beating him in lane, so...
Is Lifestealer good enough to warrant 4 bans to...
Well, he used to be, right?
To set up the hero.
He used to be, right? I think...
I want to talk about something a little bit different. We've talked a lot about the Lifestealer Lumi, but we'll see a Sand King now for RNG Sports, and you look at Rattlesnake's lineup, it could be a Nyx mid. Is Orange maybe keeping that solo mid Sand King in their back pocket as a strategy here? Because KYXY certainly can play Gyrocopter in a pinch.
I think so. I think Sand King is definitely a fine solo mid against even Lifestealer in 1v1 situation. But
yeah, or the Nyx Assassin. Sand King actually does pretty well there because you don't need mana for Caustic Finale.
Yeah. I do want to point out the smarter ban, in my opinion, is the Storm Spirit ban, because Lamb has been shown to play a very good Storm. It combos so well with Lifestealer and Nyx Assassin in terms of kind of putting pressure all over the map. I wonder what's going to be happening here. Maybe Clockwork is going to be picked up here for Rattlesnake.
Yeah, they'll need a vehicle for that Lifestealer. Something like a Queen of Pain, a Templar Assassin, maybe an option, although I feel already have Nyx and Rubik very level-dependent supports, assuming they are supports this game. You probably want a solo mid who's more of a tempo controller. So someone, maybe even towards a Beastmaster, a Magnus. Magnus hasn't been getting picked that much either, ever since the RP nerf, where it now only does, I think, 100 damage at all levels, or at least it's reduced.
50, 100, 150.
Okay, so average of 100, I guess, across the levels. But it doesn't do the damage it used to, and we just haven't seen that hero get as much play. Also of note is that Bottle Crowing is way weaker, and Magnus is kind of fallen off, but I feel a tempo controller like a Magnus, those types of heroes, Rattlesnake really should put one mid. Maybe the Nyx can fill it a pinch, but we'll have to see if they run it as a solo.
I'm kind of hoping for the return of a solo mid Tide, for example. I feel like Tide Hunter might be even a better solo mid compared to a Magnus. He's less reliant on Bottle Crow.
He doesn't need a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he gives you more early game as well, but Tide Hunter's a hero that's somewhat forgotten nowadays. But Rattlesnake's one of those teams that kind of picks weird and go crazy, so maybe we'll also see it. There's a Doombringer in the pool. I just don't think Doom beats Visage, though.
Every time that we see a Doom pick for the past 2 weeks, it's just been this unyielding problem of how do you lane the hero. But RNG Sports, they'll go for something very different here. They'll pick up a Dazzle.
Solo mid Dazzle?
Wow. Interesting choice.
I feel like this is a great hero to have farm on, because you go a quick Medallion, you go quick mech.
It's also worth noting that Shallow Grave got a huge buff in the last patch, and you can now cast on Magic Immune units, which Gyro gets early BKB.
Yep.
Shallow Grave him anyway.
All right, guys, we're seeing a game.
Talk to me, Lumi. Ancient Apparition.
Ancient Apparition is absolutely insane. Well, first of all, we see interesting interaction between Grave and Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. I think Grave wins that war in terms of like 1 kills and 1 protect.
Unless there's an Agza play.
Well,
with that 18 second Ice Blast.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether this is a solo mid AA. It very well can be. If it's not a solo mid AA, Ancient Apparition's Chilling Touch in a tri-lane, almost as scary as Visage's Soul Assumption. Not as scary, almost as. So, we'll see. Like Kofi, it used to be that Kofi plus Open Wounds is one of the more broken combos, but it's actually really weak right now because Open Wounds is 200 cast range.
Yeah, how do you initiate? You'll need the Rubik, the Nyx Assassin there, and you look at Rattlesnake, such a level 6 lineup. They really want Vendetta, Rubik Spellsteal, and the Ancient Apparition Ultimate. Not bad at the early levels, but that's really where they get scary. Now, So at the same time, you look at RNG Sports, they've got the AoE. They've got the big team fight here with Burrow Strike, Call Down. Of course, Dazzle, something of a team fight hero just with constant Shadow Wave spam and fantastic Visage. Even though all of his nukes are single target, just the raw amount of damage and control he provides through the familiars, he's something of a team fight hero. But talking more about RNG Esports lineup, is it a solo mid Dazzle? Is it a farming Dazzle? It feels like it probably is. You could run Visage as the farmer in a tri-lane, and then Gyro and another as your 2 solos, but it's feeling like a Dazzle that gets farmed.
Yeah, I think Dazzle getting farmed is a great situation in this game, because I was talking about earlier how Shadow Demon as well as OD just craps on Lifestealer. Dazzle does it even harder because of the Grave. You spend all your time focusing, you use your open wounds, you use all of your rage, and then he gets Graved. And then what do you have with Lifestealer? You switch targets?
And the other nice thing is he's actually good at killing him off as well. They'll go for Templar Assassin now. One of Lifestealer's weaknesses is he's a strength hero with mediocre base armor and mediocre agility gain. So, in fact, the stats gain in general is not that great, but his armor is relatively low. An early medallion on the Visage, the Dazzle, you already have TA as, you know, your minus armor hero with Meld. They can blow a Lifestealer up in a matter of seconds.
They really can.
You throw the Dazzle ultimate on top of it. Things are looking pretty good here for Orange in the mid game. This is a crafty little lineup, and I guess the centerpiece is going to be the Mushi Templar Assassin. So I would be absolutely floored if it's not Mushi taking the reins of that.
And we're going to see a Rattlesnake Tinker. If there was any team picking Tinker in this tournament, I would expect Orange to pick it.
They've got Ohio.
Yeah.
And Ohio's going to play the TA, not Mushi. Wow.
Solo mid Dazzle. I really think it's a powerful tool that a lot of teams are forgotten about. Kabu's going to be playing Ancient Apparition. Normally I say, oh, Kabu's a 4-player, but you never know with this team.
Things just aren't working for Rattlesnake right now, and I feel they just switched the roles back again. They said, you know what, Kabu, it wasn't working with you on carry. IC was really struggling on support that game. We saw Boots at 12 minutes on Rubik. They're going to switch it up again, and maybe they'll better luck.
I mean, it still could be offensive tri lane, and then you put solo mid. I just don't know.
It could.
It feels like, all right, guys, what do you want to play this game?
Tinker's so awkward in dual lanes and tri lanes, I feel.
No. You try offensive tri Lifestealer, and then you put AA mid and Tinker like in a safe lane.
Yeah, Orange are going to run an aggressive tri lane. I'd be pretty surprised if they don't.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhat
especially
awkward.
the way they've been playing lately. So, well, Lumi, we'll see, but we should properly introduce the teams on the side of RNG Sports. You've got your Malaysian sensations. Net going to be handling the Sand King. Ohio taking his talents onto the TA towards the solo mid lane, and well, for the time being, he'll head bottom. But who will be, I imagine, going mid? Mushi, early Magic Stick. He is most likely going to be in a tri lane here. Extinct on the Visage, and we will have KYXY handling the Gyrocopter. So it actually looks like a tri-lane Dazzle with this early Magic Stick.
And we'll see how that works out. I'm very surprised them to tri-lane the Dazzle, because Dazzle very level-dependent hero. But let's quickly introduce Rattlesnake, who are down 1 game in this best-of-3 series. Kabu is going to be playing the Lifestealer, so he is still going to be the one real player this game. Sagamer Neo is going to be handling the Rubik once again. We have Lamb playing Nyx Assassin this one. Icy, as a support, it's going to be playing Ancient Apparition. Last but not least, we have Luo. Seems like he's going top/Ancients as a Tinker. Or is he going mid? I think he's going mid.
I just want to point out, Lamb is actually starting this game with a Wraith Band on Nyx Assassin. This, I have actually never seen. I have never seen this build before. He'll get some decent stats on the lane, but Nyx Assassin, normally a hero that just rushes the bottle. And I guess with the bottle Chronar's, Lamb figuring getting an early bottle doesn't really help you that much. So he'll start with the Wraith Band here. Unorthodox, but Lamb certainly known to make some unusual builds work. So that's the most interesting thing for me as far as the item pickups go to start this laning stage. He has been pulled a little bit as well, but Lumi, it's tri-lane versus tri-lane right now, and RNG Sports, their tri-lane looks very scary.
Yeah, their tri-lane is also very dependent on levels.
That's true.
So, for example, if Mushi doesn't get too much... I feel like Dazzle is one of the weakest tri-lane supports, or carry. A little bit better in terms of carry because you could get a lot more last hit, and then... But what is a level 1? Level 1 Shadow Wave is pretty good, but conversely, level 1 Grave, as well as level 1 Poison Touch, one of the worst kind of tri-lane spells. We'll see how they make it work, though.
Well, they do, at the end of the day, have a Dazzle and a Visage. These two heroes have 2 of the better auto attacks in the game. Dazzle has a really nice fluid animation as well as pretty good damage, so can trade effectively with most heroes, and they'll be trying to chip away here. They did manage to deward the lane ward, so Rattlesnake played in the dark. They're going to pull Mushi in right off the bat. The open wounds follow-up is there. He's going to eat a cold feet to the face. There's no burrow to keep Kabu off of him. Instead, they go in onto Icy. They will get the turnaround, but they may lose more. Kabu giving chase Net, waiting for that burrow cooldown. The lift's going to be there in just a second from Zagam. Net. He's fleeing. He wants to burrow down, but he can't get to the cliff in time. He's going to fall as well. I think they could have saved Mushi if they had just used the Burrow Strike on Kabu, but instead they chase for a kill. They give up first blood, and, well, in the end, they pay with a second kill as well. Rattlesnake, they didn't have a good start in Game 1, but Lumi, they're off to a hot one here in Game 2.
Well, we were just saying, you know, Chilling Touch, or sorry, Kofi plus Open Wounds is probably one of the worst combo because you have level 2 or 200 cast range or Open Wounds, but Telekinesis Lift is going to be the big key factor. Sure, they could have stunned Kabu, but that was still 2 600 range heroes hammering on a level two armor dazzle. So I think he would have went down regardless. It just would have changed who got the kill. And you don't want Kabu to pick up any kills in this particular lane. Look at him, he's level 3. He's got Rage Freeze and now Open Wounds. And what is AA going to pick up for his level 2? That's the big question for me. Unfortunately, he died in the beginning of that fight, so what is this next level double dewarding?
We'll wait a second to find out. That 2-minute rune is about to spawn. Where is it going to be? Regen rune bottom, picked up by Net, most likely. Not going to accomplish too much there, but Tri-Lane obviously not going well for Orange after that first blood, as well as the second follow-up kill. But you look at the 2 solo lanes, and Gyrocopter's farming well, 11 and 6, and solo mid TA doing all right. Lamb's actually beating him. That early Wraith Band seems to be making the difference.
Plus 9 damage. It's some extra armor. It's
still Templar Assassin is hitting for 106 per pop with the fraction up.
That's absolutely true, but I mean, for example, like AEI, he makes a biggest deal about 1 extra damage on the mid lane, and when you have 9 extra, it gets a little bit better. Some creative warding here coming out from Neo.
Oh, I love this. Walks through the trees, places the ward on off the far side, has some fantastic vision. He's going to circle around. He's going to lift Mushi, throws him back in. Surprise! The burrow is there. Mushi graves himself in the nick of time. He is cold feeded up, but he should be able to get away. They need one more auto attack. They've got to time it just right. He wands up. He's going to live. What a play by Mushi. Net is low, however, and Extinct trying to win this fight all by his lonesome. The heal comes through. In the end, they can't get a kill. Mushi, man, he was dead to rights there. Had no business surviving. Yet somehow he does. Yeah,
Mushi plays so well, but to me that was Kabu actually dropping the ball there. Burrow Strike came in, but you expect the Burrow Strike to come in. You're supposed to Rage dodge that. Unfortunately, he didn't, and then Mushi survived. If the Rage did not hit Lifestealer, that would have been a dead dazzle. 9 times out of 9. Wow. 10 times out of 10.
I'm still